Did you know more than 70% of pet dog accidents on the streets could have been avoided if the dogs had a reliable recall? That is how life-saving recall training can be. When you get home a new puppy, building a reliable recall has to be your first and foremost focus point, as that's the best way to keep your dog away from all kinds of troubles. In this video, I'm going to share 4 powerful tips that's going to help you achieve an excellent success rate while training your dog to come to you when called. Tip number 1. Your reward must vary depending on what your dog is busy with. One of the most popular tips while teaching your dog to come to you when called is keeping things positive. You must have heard this a million times. Call your dog to you only and only for positive stuff like treats, toys, cuddles, attention, etc. Yes, it's true, but there's a little more to this theory. When your dog is sitting at home, chilling, maybe not doing much, and you call him to you for a piece of kibble, he's definitely going to come running to you because at that point in time, you're more interesting than whatever he's doing. But imagine, if he's outside in the backyard, say chasing the squirrel, and you call him and reward him with dry, boring kibbles, the next time around when you call him, he's going to be like, yeah, you know what, I'm not interested right now. I'd rather continue chasing the squirrel. In such cases, you gotta up the ante. If your dog has to leave something as high value as a squirrel, the reward's gotta be worthwhile too. So instead of dry kibbles, try rewarding him with a bully stick or maybe a sausage. The association that your dog needs to have with recall is, my human always has something better to offer. Tip number 2. Use freedom as a reward. It's a well-established fact that our puppies look at us as fun blockers because we keep intervening in any kind of mess they keep getting into. If your lab is rolling in the mud, dirtying every fur on his body, he's clearly having the time of his life. If at that point in time you call your dog back to you and take him back home for a bath, you've set your dog up for failure in backyard recall. To this you might say, but I gotta take my dog back inside at some point. Well, you're right. But say you spend 20 minutes in the park every day with your dog and the only time you call your dog back to you is when you guys are going to go back home, your dog is going to soon start looking at you as a threat while he's having fun outside. Here's what you can do. If you're going to be outside with your dog for 15 minutes, call your dog back to you once every 2 minutes, give him a treat or a reward for it, and let him go back again.
Ozzy! Yes! Good boy! Good boy! Okay, go!
Repeat this exercise multiple times in a span of 15 minutes, and when it's time to go back home, give him a really high value reward as an encouragement to leave all that fun behind. When you start using this freedom as a way to reward your dog for coming back to you, your dog will soon stop looking at you as a threat because he knows that the fun doesn't stop when he comes back to you. You're just a value add to all the fun that he's having. Do this exercise in short distances first and then train your way up by building more distance and more distractions gradually as you go. Tip number 3. Practice on a long leash. And when I say long leash, I mean really long, like 25 to 30 feet. The number 1 reason why your dog ignores you when you call him is that he can. If your dog is running off leash in a particular area and you call him back to you and he chooses to ignore that, what exactly are you going to do about it? Nothing. And you know what? Your dog knows that. Hence, he's been failing at recall.
Ozzy, come! Come on!
It's because he can successfully get away with not coming back to you. But when your dog is on a long lead, not only are you giving him ample freedom to play and explore, but you're also ensuring that he does come back to you every time you call him.
Ozzy! Come! Yes! Good boy! Yes, good boy! Good boy!
A thing to remember here is that you don't want to start directly practicing on a long lead. Build a reliable recall on a short leash first. And if your dog does not have an excellent recall, please do not let him off leash in unfamiliar areas Trust me, nobody cares how friendly he is. Tip number 4. Keep recall training fun. It's not rocket science that different dogs have a drive for different things. Some dogs are highly motivated by treats, some dogs are really motivated by toys, whereas for some dogs, their humans walking away from them is the biggest motivation for them to go running back. Aussie here loves running behind me when I start walking away from him, so I try to use that as a way to motivate him to come back to me every time.
Ozzy! Come. Good boy. Good boy.
Let's talk about what not to do when teaching your dog to come to you when called. Number 1. Do not repeat the recall word over and over again, especially when your dog is in no mood to come back to you. It's just going to make your dog turn a deaf ear to you. Plus, the way obedience training works is your dog learns the meaning of a particular cue when you say it repeatedly while your dog is doing the behavior. For example, your dog learns the meaning of the word stay when you repeat it while he's staying. Now guess what your dog is going to learn when you keep repeating the word come only while he's distracted. That's right, he's going to learn that the word come means continue to have fun and keep ignoring the human.
Come here, Ozzy, come.
Number 2. Don't yell at your dog or scold him when he comes back to you. It's going to set a terrible example and he's going to soon start hating the recall word.
Ozzy, come. Why did you do that? Why? Don't ever do that again.
Always keep it positive and exciting for your dog. So that's it for today, you guys. If you like this video, don't forget to like and share this video with your friends. Subscribe to my channel to be updated on the coolest tricks to train and bond with your dog. Check out the link in the description below for in-depth notes on the videos that I share. Don't forget to check out the previous videos that I've made and say hi on Instagram and Facebook. Bye for now, stay awesome and keep training.